Okay guys, we're all set once again, and it's the virtual Pool 4 US Open 2016. We're just waiting both players arriving. We've got Mr. Bill from the USA about to play Mal255 from England, and while Bill's just knocking a few balls about and while Mal comes in, we'll have a look at the bracket and we will see that there's a match going on at the moment between Billy Big Rigger and Yamaguchi Taru. Billy, I think I got it wrong the other day. I think he's Canadian, and this chap's Japanese. This is a round 4 match, and the match above here, if we can find it, somewhere up here. And oh well, we'll get to that in a second. We're just going to do the lag. I think that's Bill on the right. Bill's got the most expensive cue in the game, and it looks like Bill wins the lag. So Bill's going to break. Bill's come up dry, ball's all sitting there, and Mal to see if he can get off to a good start. Now back to this bracket, we can see that this match here is the one that we are going to be watching, kicking off at 3 PM British Summer Time on May the 1st. And we're getting to the sort of nitty gritty of the tournament now. There's quite a few matches still to be played, obviously. There's a few forfeits I've noticed, and these guys that are playing are definitely in the money. How much they're going to get depends on obviously the outcome of the result. So back to the match, and hopefully my V button is working this time. I don't think it's working again. This is weird, I don't know why it's doing that. Anyway, Mal looking as if he's going to run out. So, two very experienced players. Mal we saw in one of the, I think it was his last match that we saw. So Mal's off to a fine start, a run out. That was from Bill's dry break, and Mal gets a ball in the break. Although the 3 and the 9 are tied up, he's got a shot. I think he's got a shot in the 1. No, well he's going to have to jump that, I think. I wonder if it's maybe a clash between my recording program. I'd never noticed that before, but it's for some weird reason it's doing it again. And this will be a good shot. How does that look? Oh, it's working now. Yeah, that's weird. Decided to work now. And Mal just overhit that slightly. Now he's going to have to tuck himself round behind that 9. Well, if Bill didn't realise it, he realises it now that once he gets his chance, and he's not really had a chance so far, he's a dry break. And Mal's run out the first one, and he's going to run out this one. So Bill knows what he's got to do. If he gets in, he's got to make the most of it. So Mal is 2 racks to 0 up. Remember, still a race to 21. It's a race to 21 all the way now in the winner's side, right up until the final. And this time Mal has come up dry. Now, does that one... Well, that one does tuck past the 5, but Bills went for the safety. And one thing's for sure, Mal isn't going to be jumping that one. And he's going to struggle to find an angle here. I think, to be honest with you, past the 5 ball with a lot of inside English is the only way to kiss that one. If you can squeeze between the 6 and 5, well, that looks tight. He might be able to get there, and he might not need to use quite as much inside. Well, he's trying to jump. He's on his extension now, and that was a good shot. Now we're getting that pausey lag thing again going on. I noticed the other day that when that happened, I was slightly out of sync with one of the matches I was watching. Anyway, don't worry about that if it gets bad. Well, this looks like a join the dots run out here. And just a little roll through. Needs to watch he doesn't hit that knuckle. And he's okay. And needed to get away from that rail. He's got, you know, a couple inches away from the rail. And again, has to avoid that 8 ball. If the 8 ball wasn't there, this would be a comfortable shot. I don't know whether he can just squeeze behind it. Well, it looks as if he's playing the draw, giving himself plenty of room, and he's got, again, perfect angle, but he's still a bit close to the rail, which makes it a wee bit more difficult. And that's short. That's short. And the angle that the cue ball's going, if he hits this plain ball, it's going to go tight up into that far corner up there. It needs to slow down. That's good. Played that one well. So Bill's off the mark and got the break. Gets a 3 ball in the top left, 2 ball tracking in the bottom left, shot in the 1 ball, 4 ball right in the middle of the table, and the 5 is the only slightly awkward one near that left middle pocket, but it's 2 inches off the rail. So this is the first important shot, getting this 4 ball, which isn't easy. And needs to get behind that 6, and that will do. And again, he's got a slight angle in the 5, so he can get the cue ball away from the rail. And again, now with this one, he's got the angle just to draw past the 7. And again, wants to leave that little angle to make it comfortable to get onto the 8. And he's hit that a bit firm. I don't think he got into that enough. That wasn't the shot I think he wanted to play. He wanted to actually, should have drawn that a bit more so he could just draw across. And now this is a wee bit fiddly. But he's got it comfortably. You see what I say about simplicity. You've got to keep things simple when the balls are all lying open and just playing in simple shots to get on to the next ball. So there's various ways of running out the balls, but Bill's done it and he's back all square. Just the sort of response he needed after that sort of flying start that Mal got. But again, there's just no consistency, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean this is the sort of trend that's happening for all the matches I've seen so far. The guys just cannot seem to get consistent breaks. The balls just aren't doing him any favours. Again, the standard that we're now at this stage in the tournament, a lot of the strong players that are left, you're expecting them to run out, as they are as well, when the balls are lying up in the open there. So this should be like, as the Americans say, stealing candy from a baby. So this is only slightly problem shot here. Good pace right into the middle of the table, just a little roll through it, nothing fancy. So we're 11 minutes into the match and we're into rack 6, which is pretty good going. It's been, and this is how the pace of a match like this will go when balls are lying open and the guys are just running out. Racks are only going to take a couple of minutes at the most. But here's a problem for Mal. He's got the couple of balls in the break. 3 and 4's gone. He's got a little one. He's went full out for the bank there, and that was a risky shot, and he's almost got away with it. The problem Bill's got here is going to collide with the 8, and now he's just sort of riding his luck to get a shot near the 2, where the 2 is a problem for a start. And the cue ball needs to keep running. Now he's in a dilemma. Well, Mal's going to kick at that. That's a 2-9 combo if ever I've seen one. Let's have a look. Well, it's not cut and dried, but he can still do it with a bit of right hand English. And he's set it up. How's his luck though? Well, whatever Bill does, he needs to make sure this 2 ball is miles away from the 9. Is he going straight for the bank here? I think that 2 ball isn't sitting perfect for the bank. Well, he's got the billiard. Didn't actually think he could do that, but he played it well. So Bill is back on par, 3 racks all. And we've got again a couple of balls in the break. 4 ball and the 7 ball. But he's got no shot in the 2, but he's got a good chance of getting cover here. And it needs to be tight if he does. Well, he's going full out for the bank. Now, well, to get that 3 ball from this side of the table next to the 6 is nigh on impossible to play a good shot there. He needs to get that side of the 3, and that's tracking nice. It's not a bad pace. So again, he's going up and down the table. And this is a test of the cue ball control, and this is going to be the problem because he's pretty straight. There is an angle, he could force through and come around the corner and across, and that looks like what he's going to do. Well, he spun it again with the left hand English, and that looks good, and I think it's a straightforward shot just to run off that top rail and back out for the 8, and he needs to go a little high in the 8 so he can get back in the 9, and that's perfect. So now I'm assuming he's going to play a little draw. Don't know whether he can just roll through. It's hard to judge by the angle. Little draw behind the 9. Yeah. So Bill nudges himself in front again. Well, this centre break seems to be working. No reason to change it. That was a nice break, and look at this way the balls are lying here. This is a dead set, you would say, for a run out. So only a poor unforced error is going to scupper his chances here. Just drop the 2 in, finish on the 4 and get the cue ball pretty close to that left hand rail. Unless he comes back for the 6, he could come down to the bottom end of the table here where we are. Oh, that's gone ugly, I think. Now, why didn't he just roll through and take the 6 ball down the rail into this bottom left? That was a simpler shot. I don't know whether he can get it. No, he can't. Gonna have to jump, and there's a risk of this going off the table. Yeah, too close. Once he made the hit in the 6, it was the cue ball was always going to be bouncing. So Bill has got to be kicking himself there, because that was a golden chance there, and only something silly was going to scupper it. And unfortunately for Bill, he duly obliged. So Mal gets one against the head there, ties it back up. 4 racks all into rack number 9. 7 ball in. Now he banks a 1. He needs to get cue ball back into the middle. Well, I don't know what he tried there. What did Mal try there? Because I haven't a clue. Well, can Bill jump that at that distance? Well, he played that one well. How's his luck here with the 2? Well, it's a nasty cut into that left middle, but the odds are he should have a shot in the 3. Gets it. Now this shot, he could dig down deep and do the big draw and get down to the bottom half of the table, or go round the corner. He's tried to go round the corner. Has he hit it enough? We still get a shot. Now this is tricky. I think if he just plays it plain ball, he could just round off the 2 rails. Yeah. And now he's looking good. Got a nice little shallow angle just to drop in behind that 8. But again, doesn't want to go straight. Well, maybe he didn't. That's why he's went for the old heave-ho draw. Well, now if he falls short coming across from the left rail to the right hand side there, he can easily drop the 9 into the middle. If he goes a wee bit further, he will just take it long. So he's fallen short, so he should just roll that into the middle, or he might even take it long looking at that. Oh, he's got it. So we are neck and neck here pretty much. Bill's nudged into the lead again. 8 ball goes in top left. How's his position in the 1? Well, that looks good to me. And the 2 will squeeze down the rail, no bother, behind the 9. 3 ball sitting there in the open. Well, you've got to run this, Bill, you know that. And he's fallen short. Well, I think he's alright. I mean, he just made it. again with this shot. Just a little angle, Roosa roll through. Get away from the rail though. He's still okay. Can just come out for the 6. Back into that left corner. And probably just stop the cue ball here for the 7 into the left middle. So Bill is going to open up a little gap here, a little bit of breathing space, and goes into the lead by 6 racks to 4. Oh, that 4 ball was close, but no joy. And Mal probably looking to tuck the cue ball in behind the 8. Well, I think he'd maybe want to play that one again. That was poor. And Mal just struggling to get his pace there. Now let's have a little drop up at the far end and see what he's got. Now, is it safety or is it all out for the cut? Well, he went for the cut. He was never going to get on the 2, so there was not a lot to be gained by potting the 1 there. Well, likewise with Mal, he might just look to try and bank this and then hide the cue ball, which he's doing. Now I think, well, Bill can see that, but I don't know whether he can make the combo. I don't think he can. Let's have a look from this end. He's maybe going to try and tuck it in off the rail and then off the 6, yeah. Hit the rail, hit the 6 and go in, but it's hung up. Mal will be looking to snatch this one back. And again he's left that awkward, giving himself more work to do. But in it goes. And that little nudge has helped him. Cue ball off the left rail, right rail and back across. And he'll just maybe come back an inch or 2 or kill it, one of the 2. So Mal wastes no time, gets 1 back, still trailing by the odd rack, and breaking from the middle again. 5 ball flies into the right middle, and something else followed it, I think. What went in near the 6? 6 is gone, but no shot in the 1, so again looking to hide this cue ball, I would think. Well, he's went for the cut. Well, that's a great shot. And he's got a shot in the 2. Brave shot in the 1. So the problem obviously is the 7 ball. 8 ball sitting very adjacent to it, so it's going to require good position to get on it, and he's got all of that distance from the 4 to come back. Now he's trying to be cute here. Is he going to get lucky? I think he is he? Well, he's got a thin cut. It goes. He might even knock the 8 in the process. No, he's decided to go for the bank, but that worked. So again, it's a run out for Mal, just as expected, and all of a sudden it's 6 racks all. Well, nothing doing for Mal this time. I'm pretty certain Bill is going to cut that 1 down onto the 2. Well, no, I'm surprised. Let's have a look at the 2. Well, I suppose he's got a point, because the 2's not sitting really that tight in the pocket. It's nearer that jaw. And Mal missed a cut in the 1. So again, another good chance for Bill here. The ball's all sitting adjacent to the pockets. 6 ball over the right middle, 3 ball over the left, 5 ball down in the bottom corner here. Again, that 8 ball's just a bit annoying, and the 4 ball's not sitting pretty. So there's still good cue ball control needed here. Now he's just going to have to tickle that 3 ball in and probably drop down to the bottom rail here and take the 4 long into the top pocket, and that's pretty good. And the draw, as long as he doesn't draw over behind the 7, should get him onto the 5. Is he rolling through? Well, this is something he's got. No, he is drawing back. I didn't like the roll through. The draw back was a lot simpler. And here's the problem. This 8 ball looks to be in the way, and maybe he can squeeze behind it. Yes, he can. And he's gone straight, and this is not good unless he can just drop that in. Well, that is tough. A little bit fiddly to judge that. So he's gone for the roll through, and now he's sitting pretty good. And a fairly straight 9 to finish off. Well, the way the match is going so far, Bill just seems to be managing to fend Mal off and keeping him at a distance. Mal keeps getting it back. So Bill back into the lead by the odd rack, and Mal's got no shot in the 1. And looking for a little soft kick here, maybe get lucky behind the 3 ball. Well, that's pretty good anyway. And this needs to be very thin, and if the cue ball runs any further up, Mal will be trying a cut. I think he's okay. Well, that looks a pretty good bank on the 1, and the 2 ball up at the top end. So well, Bill decided the cut was a better option, but he's missed it, and this is a chance for Mal. This isn't simple to get onto the 2. It looks simple enough, but there's balls in the way here. The way the cue ball wants to track. And he's going down, he's going to hit the 8. And that's looking good. Again, with this shot, the 2 ball wants to be hitting the 7 ball, which would do him a favour. It would hold him for the 3. And that's worked out nice. And a little drop in the 3, or he could come across the cue ball. So the little drop in does the job. And probably now, what's that angle look like? Well, he can draw up to the left side there and give him the cut down for the 5. That's fine. And now the little tester getting on this 6. And no problem with that either. So it looks as if Mal is going to get it back to an even keel again. Seven across the board. I think that 4 ball flew in at 100 miles an hour in the right hand corner at the top end. And it's a 1-9 combo if he wants it. It's not cut and dried, but the shot's most certainly on. Well, no joy, but he's got away with it. And that looks a good shot, as long as it doesn't bounce any further. I wonder if Mal can billiard off that one onto the 7. I think he's more than likely going to be attempting it. Or maybe try to tuck him behind the 7. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. But he's done neither, and this 1 ball, well, I think it might just hit that knuckle with the cue ball, and he's done it, and he's got the cut. And again, he's no joy with the 2. And he's just happy to pot the 1. But if you're going to do anything, got to go all out to get it. Plays the cut. And now it's going to have to be a 3-7 combo at distance. Oh, that's finished awkward. So tighten the rail, but it just needs a little delicate cut. And barring accidents here, he should be on the 5. And we can see where the problem shot is. It's getting from the 8 to the 9. And this all hinges on getting the angle on the 8 ball. Any type of angle is what he needs. Anything bar a straight line. And that needs to stop because it makes it more difficult again. Being close to the rail, so he's got to force this. A lot of power. And that's okay. That'll do it. 9 balls off the rail, so it should be a comfortable cut here. And then it goes. So again, Bill's back into the lead by 8 racks to 7. And 3 ball goes into the top. Oh, where's the cue ball going though? Well, that's another one that's going to get away, I'm afraid. Bill just trying to get the ascendancy here, and he's getting no luck. Lost the cue ball. Well, Mal is deciding that the 1-9's a shot to go for, and then it goes, and we're tied back at 8-all again. Now, is the one a good bank into the middle? No, it isn't. So he's got to look to hide this. He can nudge the 1 ball up the table, bring the cue ball back across behind the 2 and the 9. Well, he's managed to squeeze that bank. That was a great shot because there was little or no room, but it's still not got him on the 2. Well, that's pretty good. Now Mal's got some work to do because the angle to get to that 2 is tight, so he had to play that with a lot of English to check the cue ball up and straighten it to make the angle. So that shot was never on at the angle he had, so he had to play a lot of English to check the cue ball and straighten up the angle. But he's left Bill on that too. He managed to squeeze it. Again, Bill's got to get up the table and get a nice angle to come down for this 5, because the 5 doesn't squeeze past the 9. It definitely doesn't. So he has to come down to this bottom half of the table. That's a must. Anything else is useless. And he needs to get away from that 6 and 7. Doesn't want to be queuing over the 6. Well, that's now going to cause a problem, and that's multiplied the difficulty in this shot. And how does he get onto the 6? Needs a bit of luck here. Well, I think he should get that. He's more or less teed up a combo. It's not dead set, but it's pretty simple to make. And that 6 ball's going to go to the right. It's going to go towards this bottom right hand corner pocket, and that's pretty good. Now, nothing silly. That 9 is sitting there glaringly wanting to block the shot in the 8 ball, and he's managed to avoid that. And a nice angle to roll the 8 in and get the cue ball out into the table for the 9. So that's went according to plan. Well, deja vu. Bill takes the lead. Now leads by 9 racks to 8. And the 4 ball is trying to spin into the pocket up there in the top corner, but nothing doing. Now, how does that shot look into the middle? Well, it's tight. And that was a delicate little shot by Mal, very well played. And no shot to get on the 3, so he did the next best thing, just get the cue ball tight on the 6 ball. The 3 ball is still a problem because it's stuck next to the 9, so what Bill doesn't want to do here is move them. He wants to make Mal work for the run out if he gives him ball in hand. Does that go past the... Well, the 3 goes into the middle anyway, so I don't think it'll be a problem for Mal. Bill's came short with the angle, so it's ball in hand. And he'll already have looked at the 3 going into the left hand middle pocket. He could actually come up this side of it, yep. Taking it into the opposite pocket. A little stopper for the 4. Well, that's gone a bit too far, but much better to go further than not enough. Again, good control of pace there with those crossovers to get onto the 6. Once again, Mal is just hanging on to Bill's coattails here. But you feel at some point something's got to give. Somebody's going to have a break and a run out. And maybe steal a rack against the head at some point. To give them a little bit of breathing space. But Mal's come up dry. Bill's looking at a thin cut or a bank on the 1 ball. And the 2 balls in an awkward place because there is a gap to get to the 2. I presume Bill went full-blooded for that shot there. And Mal's got the same problem. There is a gap to get to the 2, but he's tried to get on it, but he's not made it. You can only see the edge, and he can't jump that, so just try to knock it away. And he's left it safe. A good attempt there, but again it rattled the jaws. I think Mal can see enough of this to pot it. Yeah, looks like it. He's got to avoid that hitting the 8, so he's in off the 2 corners there. Or the 2 rails in the corner. It's left it short again, so again this is a bit pace, and he's going to have to spin this a wee bit. Oh, and that's what's probably done him on the pot there to get on to the 5. He had to spin it to try and avoid the crossover in off. And also to send the cue ball down here to get onto the 5. Well, that's worked out okay. That 7 ball could have been an issue there. Now Bill's got an angle to drop behind the 6. Take it into the bottom left hand corner. And he's gone a bit too strong there. Just a wee bit. It just makes it a little bit more thought involved in it. And it's plain and simple roll through in the 7. Well, this is a bit like a boxing match here. Mal's ducking and diving, trying to get Bill on the inside, and every now and again Bill just gets in with a jab just to fend him off. And Bill's back into the lead. 10 racks to 9. Almost on the halfway mark, and we've been playing 45 minutes. Again, Bill has come up dry. Now this is a chance for Mal. The problem being the 4 ball and the 7, and also the fact that he's now finished nailed to the 6 with no shot in the 3. And he didn't play that, or sorry, he didn't plan that. Didn't want the kiss in the 6 there, but I think he'll be a little bit more concerned if that 4 ball was lying in the open, because he's left Bill with all the work to do here. And I don't see how, let's have a look behind the shot. Well, I don't see how he's going to be able to move that. And that was really all he could do. There's no any other real options available to him there. Now this is a problem because Bill can see 2/3 of the ball, or pretty much all of it, and he's just now got to hope he gets lucky. And I think he's okay. Let's have a look from this side. Yep. And again, another well judged shot. And I don't think Bill's going to get lucky this time. No, he's left the 4 on, went for the bank, got himself on the 5. But Mal now has a nice angle to come up. Avoiding the 8 if he can. Well, he's okay. But he's now dead straight in the 5. And he's played that well. Well, guess what, folks? It's 10 all. Nothing doing for Mal, and really nothing or not a lot going for Bill here. Well, that's changed things a bit. Bill's opened up the 2, but he's got it safe. Oh, that's going to scratch. Is it? Oh, well, now Bill's got a problem. I think he can get the jump. He might be able to avoid the 9, but I don't know whether that knuckles in his way. We're about to find out. And he's got no luck this time. Left to 1 on. And Mal needs to go over to the right hand side to get the cut in the 2. And of course the other problem now is he's got to somehow try and get back up for the 3. Well, he's tucked behind it, and that was good thinking. Used the 3 as a stopper and actually just teed it up for the long shot down at the bottom right. Well, I think Mal's forgot the fact that he needed to get up for the 4. He's left this a bit of a problem. But knocks it in with ease. And the 6 ball again. is creating a problem unless he's looking to line up behind it. Well, he's still got a shot. Well, Mal certainly got his potting eyes in. So for the first time in a long while, Mal has gone into the lead at the halfway mark in the match. But again, he's not been given the chance to capitalise it. He's came up dry, and Bill's got a shot in the one. He's got a tricky shot to go into the two, and of course, fully focused on getting in the two, he's rattled the one. And if Mal can run this rack out now, this might be a significant part of the match. Now, is this around the corner and out? Yep, so get away from the rail. Well, he's got a couple of ways to play this. Stun it up. And he's got enough pace in it. And he's sitting good in the 9. So now Mal is the one that's opened up the gap. He's now leading by 12 racks to 10. And Bill has got to be looking for a response. But he had his chance and set up that one ball, remember. No problem for Bill to pot the one again. Looking at the shot he's got here, he was never going to be able to avoid hitting those two balls. So now he's surely got to be thinking about a good safety, because the 2 doesn't go, and that's too hard, I think, is it? Yeah. That cue, the 2 ball has slowed up. Let's have a look and see what he's got. Well, easy kick, not a problem. And he's kicked safe. I think Bill will be looking to jump this again, maybe. He's going to have no shot in the 3, obviously, unless he plays a bank in the 3. Is he going to try and kick it? No, he's going to jump it. So, successful jump, and the cue ball is finished perfect for the bank. Well, Bill knows this is important. He's got to get the run out, and here's the issue. getting on this 5 now. There's an area up in that top right that he can get into, but he's not taking the risk. He's leaving it at distance, and this angle is not the best angle to hold for the 6, and that needs to keep going, and that's okay. And now he's in prime position. Needs to stop that cue ball right there where the 7 is. Oh dear, Bill. Well, that's a bad mistake, Bill. Just needed to kill the cue ball dead, and he was still on the 8. And that is what I would say is a crucial mistake. It was vital that Bill stole that rack there, and the unforced error has given Mal the chance to stretch his lead. He now leads by 3 racks, 13 racks to 10, 8 balls going into the right middle, and he's also got a shot in the 1, and he's got the angle to get this cue ball down to the bottom here for this 2. Well, he's came up short. Again, he's got the cut. This time, not as lucky to get on the 3. Again, there's still distance between, well, there's enough distance to jump that. And a good jump again. Now, he might just run into this 6 and 7. Well, he's managed to miss them. And I don't think he'll be doing an awful lot more than maybe drawing back an inch or 2 off this 5. And he can just roll the 6 in and leave the 7 into the top left corner. Yeah, I think he'll be taking it long. He could take it in the middle. It's a bit narrow, but comfortably gets it in the top corner. And Bill needs to get that 7 ball out of his head very quickly so he can react to this now. He's trailing by 4 racks. Well, he's going to get the chance. It's a 1-7 combo. He needs to start him off, and he needs to hold that cue ball as well. Well, he's missed the combo, but he set it up for Mal. Well, I didn't look at the shot, but it was obviously more comfortable for Mal to play the billiard. And now he's got a shot, and I don't think this is a dead set combo, no, because the 9 ball was off the rail. But he's left it reasonably safe. How's that ball? Well, that's going to be difficult to cut. It's a fraction off the rail though, and that's why he's caught the edge of it. But he's got the second prize. And we'll get 8 people in spectating. Well, Mal's missed a kick. And once again, this time Bill has got ball in hand. And he doesn't want to get too cute getting onto this 2, but he's got a good gap there between the 4 and the rail, so he should get into that spot. Needs to get by that 8 ball so he's not queuing over it, and he's okay. And he's a bit straight again, so he's got to force this. well, he's again preferring to leave it at distance, and this isn't always the best route out, having to pull out these long shots. He needs to get that cue ball right up there and amongst them to make it easier to manoeuvre. And now he's gone overpowered, and he's left to cut back now. So now he's in the stage where he's having to pull out shots to keep the run going, and each time his odds keep going up. So he's got the 4 and he's got no shot in the 5 other than the bank. And he could double bank this. It's a good setup for a double bank. He's got it. And this is a crucial one. Any sort of shot on the 8 ball and he can drop onto the 9. So he's just going to roll this in dead weight. Nothing any more ambitious than that. And Bill can breathe a little sigh of relief that he's got one back. He's still trailing by 14 racks to 11, but what he would give now for a 9 ball in the break. In fact, we haven't seen any in the break, I don't think. Well, there's the cue ball going again. Billy's lost the cue ball. And this is just what you don't want. And maybe Bill should be looking at the higher angle break to try and get some stop in that cue ball and stop it running around. So no sooner has Bill managed to snatch a rack back than he's handed it straight into the hands of Mal to take his chance and run out. And you honestly can't see Mal missing. And look at that 7-9, that's sitting dead set. Well, he's actually nudged the 7 and he's killed it. Well, that was a poor shot, Mal. He knows that. I don't know, I presume he'd looked at the 7-9. He absolutely dead set. All he had to do is avoid that 7, pot the 5 and the 6, and then just play the combo. So now he's got his work to get done here. No prizes for guessing what's going to happen here. He's going to go for the bank. And he's hit it too hard. Where's the cue ball going? Well, the cue ball's okay. And now Bill has got a stinker of a shot here in this 7. If he plays this plain ball to cut it in with enough pace, this cue ball's coming down here to the bottom left hand corner again. And that was a tough shot, and that's why the danger of the scratch was on. Now, I don't think he's got any luck with the knuckle either. No, he hasn't. I don't think so, has he? No. Mal's again left himself the cut down the rail, but I don't think it'll be much of a problem. Again, gets it comfortably, but now he's got the cut into the blind pocket, but again should be okay though. And Mal's not missing when he's getting a chance. Very strong, and opens up the gap to 4 racks. Now the question is can Bill respond in any way? And he's getting chances because Mal's came up dry, and this is a must. Bill has to get this rack. He's got to look at all his options, roll the 1 in, roll the 2 in, and be able to roll onto the rail for the 3. He can roll the 3 in and stop the cue ball and just take the 4 into the right middle. Well, he's going to have to roll through a little tad now, but not much. And he's got a nice little angle in the 4. He can roll across to the right hand side for that 5. And of course the 7 ball is on the rail. And is Bill going to try and play the 5-9 combo? He might feel there's no option because obviously the 7 doesn't combo onto the 9. Well, he's decided no, but that cue ball needs to keep running. Now there is a spot with my donut. The spot is there where he could get the cut in the 7. Other than that, he's got to try and maybe play a billiard off the 7 onto the 9. Let's see what he does. Oh, that needs to slow up, slow up. Well, I think that's perfect for a billiard. He's got to play this a bit firmer than that. Well, I'm panicking for him. He played it nice. I thought he needed to actually play it a bit firmer to hold the cue ball at the right angle to hit the 9. But that was well done. Under pressure. He had 2 choices. He had to try and get into that corner, which was a much more accurate shot he had to play, or try and do his best he could to leave himself the billiard, and he got the billiard. But he's again, I think he got what the 8 ball, sorry, the 7 in the break there, but no shot in the 1 again. And if that kisses off the 2, well, it's hit it. And now the 2's tied up with the 4. Let's have a look at them. Well, that's not really a combo either, so there's work to be done in this rack. And that was a well played shot again, well controlled. Killed the cue ball so it tucks in behind the 9, and Bill's got no angle there to come off the side rail. He's got to go off at least 2 rails to try and kick it. But the alarm bells aren't ringing yet for him in this rack, because Mal's going to have to try and do something with the 2 and the 4. But again, rather than do that, he's taken a 2-9 combo, and this has got to be played right to get that edge. It's a tough combo. And now we're cluttered up here in the bottom right hand corner, and Bill's got a chance to tuck the cue ball in behind the 9 and the 6 ball, and that's well played. But again, no major worries for Mal, as long as he doesn't bang the cue ball around the table and start nudging balls around, which he won't be doing. And if that was any harder, he would have cut that in. It's a good hit, because it's gone safe. I don't think there's any great value in potting that 1 from there. He's tried to check the cue ball again, and he's managed to do it. And he's given himself the best chance here, but that 2-4 is not on, so he's tied Bill up. But as he's left the 2-4 on now, so Bill's got to try and spin into it. Well, it's back to square 1. So now, this is the important one. Bill's stuck behind the 9. Well, again, he thinks he can jump this 9. It looks very close to me. But now he's left the 2 on, and the 2 will squeeze in. Even if it hits that jaw, it'll probably bounce off the 5 and go in. Well, Mal's overcut it, but he's got away with it. He tried to pot it direct, and Bill hit that a bit too firm, trying to tuck it in behind the 9 and 6 again. Oh no, that was Mal. My mistake. Well, can Bill see an edge of the 3? Oh, that is nasty. That is very nasty. Well, again, oh, and he's just feathered the edge. Is he going to scratch? Well, Mal's scratched. Bill's got ball in hand. Things are still a little messy here. Just drop the 3 in, drop the 4 in, and ideally he wants to go over to that right rail to play the 5 comfortably and just drop it in. And that's what he's done, and that was the right shot, because he has to just be able to drop it in so he can roll the 6 in at the far end. And it's still not cut and dry, this rack, because his position onto the 8 ball is going to cause him a problem. And this is where he's got to be careful. He could probably nudge into the 9, and if he misses it, and I don't think this is a problem, it's hard to judge whether he just feathers that 9 ball. Well, he's nudged into it and it's worked out perfect. He'll be happy with that. And a little tidy up in the 9 into the left middle, and well, and it goes, and Bill gets another one back, and he's trailing by just the 2 racks now. Mal leading by 15-13, and again Bill's come up dry. Now, let's have a look down here. Well, the 2 balls doing nothing. But Bill might find himself tucked behind that 6 any second. Oh no, Mal's decided to push. Well, I suppose whoever gets the 1 ball, unless they have an angle on it to nudge into that 2 and 6, and really all they're looking to do is just to hook their opponent behind the 6. Now Mal's got a chance to feather this 1 and bank it back behind the 4 and get the cue ball up the far end, which he's tried. Well, that 1 ball's going to make it. And now Bill's got a soft roll on the 2 just to edge off it and drop in behind the 6. And he's got the pace right. Now, this is still a little dilemma for Mal, because there's no angle to kick onto that 2 that I could see. Now, is he just going to try and nudge it? Yeah. Playing the deliberate foul. Trying to nudge the 6 onto the 2. So now Bill's got ball in hand. He's not got a combo in the 2-6, so just looking to feather it and get the cue ball down the bottom of the table. Now can Mal see enough of that to cut it? Doesn't look like it. But he's banked a 2 onto the, what was that, the 7? Yep. And he's still got a, he might even billiard the 9 in here. Didn't get the 9, but he got the 2. And he's going to have to play this with a bit of inside English, I think. Well, he's managed to hold it. A nice pace onto the 5. He can just drop the 5 in. Cue ball's going to, natural angle's going to drop it behind the 6. So Bill's little run there, getting the 2 racks back, is going to be stopped in its tracks, maybe. Yep. So Mal's lead opens up again to 3 racks, leading by 16-13. And something's disappeared, has it? No. Well, I think Bill about with the jump cue again. Well, he's still got a shot in the 2. What does he do to get onto this 3? He's to spin behind it. Well, if he had missed it, he would have had a perfect shot in the 3 into that top right hand corner. Now he's got a choice of trying to just drop this in behind the 6. And this is an easy kick for Mal. He might even kick it along the rail. Oh, where's the cue ball going to finish? Oh, that's nasty. That's nasty. What a bit of fortune there. That was well played, but to get it as tight, that's got Bill in all sorts of trouble. Oh, and that's a good kick. How's his luck? Well, I think Bill will settle for that, although the bank is on. Double bank as well. Is Mal playing the cut? What's he doing? Well, let's see if he's lining up the bank. No. Decided against it. And stuck Bill back in trouble again. And this time I think the jump stick will be out. Oh, that was a cracking effort. But I think he's got... Well, I think Mal can actually just squeeze that in. Yep. gets tight to the rail, that'll make it a lot more comfortable shot just to roll the 8 in. And Mal just isn't missing anything. Give him a chance, he's taking it. Oh. Well, Mal's came up dry, and Bill, well, I think he can only play the push. I don't think can he squeeze that one? Well, he can. That was well done. Didn't think he'd get through there and get it clean. And Bill scratches, gives ball in hand to Mal again, and Mal's going to be able to, if he gets the right angle on the 6, he'll be able to nudge into the 9 and the 8. What's Mal done there? Well, gone a bit too far. He's still alright, but he's got to work the cue ball to get it in the right position to be able to play this 6 and try and nudge. Well, he could have nudged him and still had a shot in the 7, but now he's going to have to try and do that off the 7, but it's more likely, well, he's kissed into the 9 with a spin. He's still got the shot in the 7. And this is the crucial one, judging the pace, and he's judged it well. He's got the gap. And so Mal's lead has gone now to 5 racks. And we're at the business end of the match now. And things have got to take a turn if Bill's going to hang on in there. But he won't be able to do that because Mal has got a ball in the break. He's got a thin cut in the 1 if he wants it. Well, this time he's overcut it. But he would have had a shot in the 2 into the middle, the narrow angle though. Well, Bill's got no joy with the safety. He's left it awkward for Mal, but again, he's not missing. Now, is Mal going to try and come down and nudge onto the 3, or is he just going to set it up for the 3-8 combo? There is a bit of a gap between the two of them. And he's trying to get that cue ball in as good a line as he can behind the 3 and the 8 to make the combo simpler. And he's played it perfect. As long as he doesn't draw too far, he's okay. Now anywhere left or right of the 9 and he'll have a shot. He's gone right, straight in 9 ball, and Mal is now looking really hot. Not missing a single thing. Well, missed an awkward cut, but that's about it. Well, that 7 ball was going in, but it got kicked away there by the 1. Has Bill got anything left? Well, that's a good shot. There's no way Mal's getting to that one direct. Oh, and he gets the kick. Kicking the one. Combos a 4 in along the rail. Although he's tied the 6 and the 9 up. And he's gone a bit close to the 2, but I think he'll still feather that in as well. But he's got no shot in the 3. Unless he's trying to make the bank. Yeah, played the little soft bank. Nice little touch shot. And a really, really thin cut in the 5, or again the bank. Well, playing the right shot, keeping the distance, keeping Bill under pressure. And I think Mal will just play the same shot again. This time he's got a better chance of getting the cue ball up by the 6 and 9. Well, that's tracking a bit firm, he's scratching. Now, what does Bill do here? The best that Bill can do is to get out into the table and try and punch the 6 around the table and hold the 9. Well, he's trying to split them. How's it work? Oh, that's beautiful. That's worked out nice. Full contact in the 9, kicks the 9 away. And he's played it again, a nice shot to get on that 7. That needs to keep going. And this is one of these little uncomfortable shots. And he's played it well. Little draw up the table. And a simple roll in the 9. So Bill manages to get 1 back, but he's still trailing by 5. And he's not got much to work with here. Gets a couple of balls in the break, I think. I think the 5 and the 8. And now is he going to go all out for the bank? Well, he's going for the cut and he's got it, and he's got a nice kiss off the 4. And the 3 goes past the 6, no problem. But the cue ball's at the wrong angle. So he's got to run. And that needs to avoid the 7. Well, he's kissed it nice, so he'll be okay with that. But now the delicate shot of getting over between the 4 and the 7, or up into the middle of the table, would be the simpler shot. But he's played to get over between the 4 and the 7, and he's overcut the 3. And you can't make those mistakes at this stage in the match. Bill knows it. And that's just handed it back to Mal. And this is plain sailing. Drop in behind the 7. Little roll onto the railing out. And a fairly straight 9. Or just a stun, whichever's the comfortable shot. So Mal now is sitting on the hill with the break and leading by 20 racks to 14. he's left it dry, and Bill's got a chance to try and draw behind the 7 and 8, I think. Well, he's went for the bank. Is he on the 2? Yes, he is. And that's a good shot. Managed to squeeze it behind the 8. That was well played. And is he going to play for the 4-9 combo? I think Bill's lost his connection. I think Bill's on his laptop and maybe he's lost his Wi-Fi signal. We'll probably get the pop-up message any second now. And he shouldn't be long till he's back in. Yeah, that didn't take long. Well, that's weird because now we're seeing Bill having to play the 2 ball again. And now he's gone too far. That is bad. That is bad for Bill because he played a perfect shot to get on that 3, and now he's having to take it again, and he's overhit it and left an awkward cut, which he's got, and he's going to. Is he going to get lucky? Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible luck there. He's now playing over this 8 ball. The 5's tight to the right rail. Everything's going against him here, and that was unfortunate. And of course now he's rolled through on the 4 and scratched, and that was horrible bad luck. He played a great shot to get on the 3, gets the position in the 3, loses connection, and the servers put him back in playing the same shot again, which went wrong. And this is Mal's chance to finish the match. Tough 5, but well, he's overcut it. It was always difficult to keep it hugged to the rail, and maybe that's a bit of justice for Bill. And he needed to get a bit more beef into that. Still should get it, and he still should get on the 7, but he's just leaving things a wee bit uncomfortable again. He's played it with a lot of inside English, and he's finished okay, so no problem with the 8 and the 9. Just get the cue ball into the middle of the table. He's got to be careful with this, get a little bit of draw on it and get away from any in-off chance here. Well, he's alright, he didn't have that angle, so. Well, thank God for Bill's sake that he actually eventually won the rack, because I think that was cruel what happened there. So, no luck again in the break. The 1 ball doesn't go past the 3. And that's a very well controlled shot by Mal. And Bill's got to kick this off the near rail. Kick and hope. And that 1 ball needs to keep running. And it hasn't gone far enough because I think Mal can cut this in. He just needs to feather it. And he's got it. And he's sitting not bad in the 2. He's decided to take it long because that was the one that was going to give him the angle to go on at the 3. And again, perfect angle on the 4. Drop behind that 5. I think he'll just take it long into this bottom right hand corner. Well, he's actually finished a bit straight, so he's going to have to work the cue ball a bit. And he's decided against it. He's decided to leave himself the tougher cut. This isn't cut and dried, but Mal's been missing very little, if anything, so I fully expect him to get it. And then it goes clean. And the match is all over. Mal sailing through. Well, he's left a little cut back, but he probably could even play the bank if he wants. So in goes the 9, and Mal wins the match by 21 racks to 15, and well, that's more of a performance that I think Mal will be happy with, because he really played strong, and Bill did pretty well to hang in there for most of the match, but in the end, the player that made the least errors is certainly going to win, and that was Mal. Thoroughly deserved victory. Bill is moving over to the one loss side, and he's still going to be playing well enough on that side to progress even further in the tournament, but Mal is now looking like odds-on favourite unless somebody can give him a really good strong match. Bill put up a good fight, but in the end the strongest player won.